How you doing, YouTube? Matt One Massive Beer Reviews back with, I don't know, conversation? That might be a good way to put it. I wanted to do a follow-up review. Not necessarily a review, just more of a talk. I reviewed, not too long ago, a bunch of you will remember, hopefully remember, I did a review of Stone Totalitarian Stout. But previously to that, I did a video that I think it was titled, "What Do You Want to See?" Basically, it was me asking people out there, what do you look for in a beer review? And it was all kind of tied around. It was weird because people actually thought it was me actually asking what you want to see, but it was more me talking about marketing and influencer stuff when it comes to social media. The impetus for that was Stone ended up sending me that Totalitarian Stout along with a nut butter, or at least they reached out and asked me to review both of those. I said, I just don't really fuck with nut butter. It's not what I do. And they're like, no worries, man, just enjoy the beer, review it, have fun with it. Awesome. That's fantastic. A bunch of you out there are like, fuck Stone, whatever. And I'm like, it's not really what I was going for. Like, you know, they're a company and they're trying to make a buck, whatever. Anyway, so I ended up making a video asking about what people are looking for when it comes to like beer reviews. Whether they're looking for honesty, whether they're looking for truthfulness, whether they're looking for, you know, being, you know, transparent, or are they just looking for entertainment and whatever. And a bunch of you chimed in, which is absolutely fantastic. And then I ended up reviewing the beer not too long after that, posted it. Not a bunch, but a few people ended up kind of like busting my chops over the whole like, oh, where's the fucking nut butter? Which is hilarious, and I love that shit. And done and done. Then I know that I'm not the only person that Stone sent that to. You know what I mean? They were like, I never got anything from Stone before. Yeah, I reached out 4 years ago when I was hounding breweries to send me shit just because I wanted free shit, but I stopped doing that a long time ago. And, you know, they sent that to me out of the blue. I was like, that's pretty fucking awesome. And, you know, I know several people that basically received the same package that I did. Which was, you know, the beer and nut butter. Some reviewed the beer and nut butter together, and some didn't. But there's one thing that kind of, like, and this is the whole kind of trigger for the whole video, is that, how do I put this? Stone sent that to me. I reviewed it, and I liked it. It was fine. It needed some time. It needed to sit per a lot of Stone beers. It was a bit too bittering, a bit too hot for me, and that's my personal opinion. And I was like, you know, it's not a bad beer by any means, but I would, if I were you, I'd let it sit. And the other people that ended up reviewing the beer didn't knock it as much. Not that I knocked it, because I don't think I knock anything. I think I just say what I feel. But the other people that ended up reviewing it were quite more enthusiastic and favorable to the brewery. Which is fine. I mean, that's more power to them. It's two things. It's what they taste, and two, what is their agenda. And then, you know, I was like, whatever. You know, I saw one or two of them, and I was like, hey, whatever. More power to them. And I noticed a thing that happened, which was Stone kept sending beers to the people that said good things, and didn't send beer to the people that said not so good things. That's kind of where the problem lies. That's kind of where the issue, it's a multi-layered issue when it comes to beer tube. And I don't know, I don't know, you know? It's like, you know, in my eyes, and this is just me saying it, and again, I could be crass. I say curse words. I say weird references. So maybe those are the reasons why Stone felt like they didn't want to send me any other beers. Not that I give a shit. I have enough beer. I don't need anything from anybody. But it's more like, okay, I specifically, there's a test bed of people that receive beer. I said not glowing things. I didn't say anything overtly negative, but I didn't say uber positive, glowing things about Stone. I get cut off. The people that say quite nice things and fantastical things, they keep sending them beer. And what does that mean? Like I said, it could just be my personality. It rubs them the wrong way, and they decide, you know what, fuck this guy. But more than likely means that they're looking for positive press. That sucks. That sucks so much. But it also means another thing. You have the bigger beer channels, whether it be Greg's Beer Reviews or Darwin or Joe's Arcade or Beer Geek Nation before Chris took a hiatus, and a lot of the bigger channels, they don't, I don't think they give a shit about this all that much. But there's this kind of, I guess, you know what, I shouldn't say that. There's this pressure. I shouldn't say pressure, that's a bad word to use. There's this feeling that you need to say nice things to get things. You combine that with your breweries are only going to send you things if you say nice things. That's where all this shit fucking jumps the shark. So, as I see it from my angle, and as brass tacks as I can make it, Stone sent me beers hoping I would say nice things. I didn't say the nicest things on earth. They decided to stop sending me beer. Flip it around the other way. Other people received beer, and again, this is totally me, because beer is subjective, so it's about what those other people say. But there's definitely a feeling for a lot of people out there, especially some of the other up-and-comers in YouTube and stuff like that. A brewery sent me things. I'll say nice things. They will send me more. And that's where the world kind of collide, and that kind of bums me out to no end. That there's this kind of two-way pressure thing. And it's part and parcel with that beer and the three-tier system and how it works and how just beer is promoted in general. But it's just a super bummer to see kind of both ends of the spectrum play out. You know what I mean? Like, am I being too righteous? I know a lot of people go on YouTube and that's their deal. They just want to do things on YouTube that makes them money, and that's what they want to do. I just kind of love beer, and I kind of want to talk about it in a way that is honest and truthful and all that kind of stuff. And if I say something shitty and a brewery doesn't send me anything anymore, so fucking be it. But to see it as blatantly kind of outlined as, oh, we're sending, initially sending all these people beer, we're only sending it to the people that say nice shit, and we're cutting off the people that don't say super glowing stuff, is super fucked up, super horrible, super shitty. And I think it's pretty fucking filthy. So, that's me. Again, like I said, there could be more to it. There could be just, I say curse words or all that other stuff, but on the outside, I don't see it that way. So, it's kind of a thing where it's more, the brewers are going to do what they do. The breweries are going to do what they do. And listen, more times than not, me being the asshole that I am, or whatever you want to call it, not influenced, just basically speaking whatever I think. It's not truth, it's what I think. It's truth to me, but it's not truth in general. It's been a positive. Most breweries have been absolutely glowing about it. I could name a bunch, but I wouldn't want to kind of name names. But they dig it. And some others just obviously don't. It tends to be the bigger ones. It tends to be the ones that have an agenda. It tends to be the ones that want to you know, I don't know how to say it, but yeah. So it's kind of a bummer to see them do it and also see, other people doing videos do it. I just thought it was an odd thing that had to be said, and hopefully it comes down to understand how this game works, because it is a game. I play it, I have fun with it, and I enjoy it, and hopefully it helps people, but it's also a game that people play for other means. Is that your favorite beer reviewer, whether it be on YouTube or in Write or in, whatever, magazine form, book form, any form, in the breweries, there's going to be crossover, there's going to be bleed over, there's going to be patting backs, and there's going to be a lot of stuff that isn't genuine. That's delicious. So my thing would be, if you're out there, if you watch BeerTube, if you read beer reviews, if you go anywhere, step back. Look at the whole of what people do as far as beer reviews go. Are they being objective, subjective? Are they being truthful, honest? Or are they pushing an agenda? If you don't give a shit, there's nothing fucking wrong with that. But at the same time, what they say might not be what they feel. It might just be what somebody else wants to hear. So, there you go. Little quick tidbit, little recap, that's not a recap, what's that called? Continuation? Is that a kind of, I don't know what I want to call it, but part 2, let's call it part 2 of what do you want to see? Hashtag / stone nut butter. Totalitarian stout. Fuck the world. So, there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little thing. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice beer right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.